Welcome back to Ramblings from the Rectory. As the Chinese once said, spare me from living in interesting times, and these definitely are very interesting times. We did have our soft opening of the liturgy with the 8:30 Mass this past week. I want to thank everybody who cooperated with all of the endeavors that we've put forward. Today I'd like to talk about what we are going to be doing this weekend. Just to remind you of some of the responsibilities that we have from the diocese. First of all, everyone still is dispensed from attending Sunday Mass. And I would say take that very seriously if you have any qualms whatsoever, especially if you're over 60 years of age. These are difficult times, but think for a moment that not even in snowstorms do we not have Mass. We are like the post office, neither rain nor sleet nor dark of night. So for the bishops to make this exception is unbelievable. That tells you how serious we take all of these things. With that in mind, we will have Mass on Saturday night at 4:30. It will be in the gymnasium. The reason we're having it in the gymnasium is because of the fact that we can only have 10% of our capacity in a place that is occupied, according to fire regulations and according to the health committee. So therefore, church being only so large, we've moved everything to the gym. And because we must have social distancing, the chairs are actually 6 feet apart from each other in the gym, which allows us to have 200 chairs. The capacity will be limited to 200 people. This is kind of like Christmas Eve. So therefore, anyone after 200, and the ushers will be counting, will have to come the next day or watch it on TV. I encourage people to come to Mass if you're healthy. Make sure you take your temperature before you come. We will arrive through the connector, and all the doors will be open. There is to be no socializing before or after Mass, but just come in and take your seats and do not move the seats. The reason that we're only doing 2 Masses is because we must sanitize everything after every celebration. That means that all of the chairs, the gymnasium, the bathrooms, the connector, all must be sanitized. And we have a professional company coming in, not volunteers, because I want to make sure that this is done properly and with the proper disinfectants and with people that know what they're doing. You'll notice that there are signs around reminding you that you must have a mask in order to come in to celebrate the Eucharist, and must wear the mask during Mass, except when you come up to receive communion. We did have some people who came this past week to daily Mass that did not have a mask and would not wear one, and so therefore they were turned away. I'm sorry, but this is absolutely necessary for our safety, for your safety. We will have masks for those people who maybe forget theirs, but if not, you won't be allowed to come in. The other thing is that we will have no bulletins or prayer books, but if you want to bring your own Magnificat or daily prayers that have the readings, you're invited to bring those and then take them with you. There will be no offertory, but there will be a stationary basket as you come in to put your offering for the week to God and to your church. The sign of peace is suspended. And for the distribution of Holy Communion, the ushers will direct you beginning from the back of the gymnasium on the side aisles and coming up the side by the bleachers with social distancing, with marked places where you are to stand until you are to receive communion. And then to receive communion and go back by the center aisle, which also is designated with 12 feet of distance. A few other things that are particular to our place is the bulletins will not be, so therefore you can see everything on the parish website. Communion will only be distributed in the hand, and there will be no precious blood. We hope that you will be able to come and also understand what we're trying to do for your protection. I know that many are disappointed because of what we've had to decide about confirmation and First Communion. However, once again, I want to stress the fact that we do not do this lightly and make these decisions, but we're trying to accommodate the situation and at the same time keep everyone safe. And because of limited spacing, we had to limit how many people can come to First Communion and also to confirmation. I would remind you again that the Archbishop does not give the permission for the pastor to confirm, but I've been given permission to confirm this year because of the difficulties of the situation and because of just the bare necessities of what our times are asking us to do. So I'm very privileged to be able to confirm the 8th grade class, but I also would remind you that, once again, this also shows you that we're living in very, very difficult times. A few things that are kind of fun for the week. What's the best way to spend time and to lift your spirits? Well, I'm going into nostalgia now. Amazon is making quite a bit of money off of me these past weeks, and I actually got 3 new old albums that I would suggest if you are wanting to have a little nostalgia, but also some great, great vintage music. First is the Beatles, the Magical Mystery Tour, Sgt. Pepper, it's a Lonely Hearts Club Band, but maybe the most important one at this time, George Harrison's first single album called All Things Must Pass. How appropriate. If you want to binge on TV, I would suggest Netflix. If you have Netflix, it's called The English Game. It is written by John Barrows, who also did Downton Abbey, and it has 6 episodes. It's excellent, and it's maybe going to be renewed for next season. It's about the beginning of soccer, and it's actually based on a true story. Excellent, excellent. I watched it in 2 days. New book that I just started, Charles Schulz and Peanuts. What's amazing about this book is that if you follow the Peanuts characters, and if you watch Charlie Brown's Christmas and the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, it's amazing that the cartoon strip actually parallels his life, which in many respects is quite bittersweet. But I highly recommend it if you are a Peanuts individual. And finally, my new toy, recipe for the week. It is an Instapot. And a wonderful award-winning healthy turkey Instapot chili, a white chili that's made with ground turkey and turkey bacon and pinto beans and black beans and fire-roasted diced tomatoes, tomato paste, all kinds of great spices, and chicken stock. The amazing thing is you put everything in and put the top on, seal it, and in 18 minutes, voila, white chili. That is outstanding. It yields about 8 servings, and I will put the recipe in its entirety on the little website today, too. Thank you all for listening. Stay safe. God bless. Peace, love, and joy.